Hi, I'm Chadders0, and in this short video I'm going to be talking to you about my upcoming Hyperturbos for Beginners video pack, which will soon be released on headsupsng.com. This video pack will include 10 videos totaling over 4 hours of in-depth Hyperturbo strategy discussion. And these videos are as follows. We have our introduction covering the structure, variance and risk of ruin, bankroll management, and note-taking in Hyperturbos. In our second episode, we're going to look at the first hand and readless strategy. This is my guide to playing the first hand and optimal readless strategy in Hyperturbos, and we'll cover both standard pre-flop ranges and optimal post-flop play. In our third episode, we're going to have a look at PokerStars 3, and this would be discussing making the most out of your HUD, win rate analysis, so finding out your EV adjusted ROI based on small samples, and post-game analysis. So here I'll take you on a tour around PokerStars to show you how to use the filters to leak find your own game. In our fourth episode, we'll be looking at getting shallow, and this will be discussing the natural development of strategy with decreasing effective stack sizes. Now we're going to cover what effective stack size has on readless preflop ranges, incorporating limping ranges into your game based on both your opponent's aggression and your effective stack size, the min raise to call versus open shove argument, so how we should play our stack off range from the small blind, and finally Roffle theory, which stands for raise, open fold, down limp theory, which is all about using effective stack size and our opponent's tendencies to construct preflop ranges from the small blind. In our fifth episode, we'll be looking at free bet strategy, which will be a complete guide to Hyperturbo free bet strategy. It will discuss both optimal free bet strategy of your own, all-in and non-all-in, dealing with non-all-in free bets from your opponents, and dealing with free bet shoves. And this will all be covered in terms of adjustments based on opponents' pre-flop and post-flop tendencies and frequencies. In our sixth episode, we're going to be looking at barreling, and this will be discussing a beginner's guide on when to fire multiple bets with hands with no showdown value. And we're going to cover this in raise pots and limp pots, both in and out of position. In our 7th, 8th and 9th episode, we're going to stop with the theory and go for some live play, and this will be in the form of a reg war video, a 40-minute video exploring some of the strategies we use in reg on reg Hyperturbo play, and two 30-minute sweat videos versus the average population, so just a standard grind talking about Hyperturbo strategy in the context of this beginner's course. And in our last video, we have a bonus video courtesy of Mr. Hooky Greg. Hooky will be analysing some of his own heads up Super Turbo play, and this is going to be a video that's only available as part of this pack. Headsupsng.com will also be opening a dedicated forum for this video pack, so that I can answer any of the questions that you have about the material that you've seen. And for any of you wondering what my qualifications as far as Hyperturbos go, these are my results for Hyperturbos on PokerStars. I played on Full Tilt before Black Friday. The month before Full Tilt went down, I had a $10,000 month playing $50 Hyperturbos and topped the Heads Up SNG leaderboard on Full Tilt. And these are my results since starting on PokerStars in July. I've played basically nothing but Hyperturbo for the last 5 months. So I like to think myself as a solid grinder. Most of these results come from 4-tabling $60 Hyperturbos, but I now play a mix of 100 to 200 Hyperturbos. Thanks for watching.